Welcome back, video number 6 for the Lake Lab tutorial. So far we've built a PA system and you've done tiny bit of processing on it, not very much. And we're going to add a system processor. And the reason is even though you can have all of these different modules tuning different elements of the system and getting the system together, a single processor in front of it is much easier for a front of house engineer to do a quick tuning of the PA, not having to go through all these different modules. And so this brings up an important part about how Lake Controller works. When you're looking at the workspace here, you're actually looking at modules from multiple frames. That is, modules from multiple amplifiers and multiple different processors. And this is different from what we've experimented with in this class. So far, you have used JBL Drive Rack and you've used Compass and Galileo from Meyer. And those show just one processor on the screen at a time. Lake is actually showing you multiple processors. And this is just kind of a different paradigm. And it's a paradigm shared by other companies, notably L Acoustics with their LA Network Manager works like this as well. So we're going to put in an LM44 system processor. The LM44 is designed to be a system processor. It can actually still do all of the contour mode processing that's going on in these amplifiers, but it can also go work in Mesa mode and be ideal for a front of house processor. Of course, we have an LM44 at Nescom. Let's do it. Now we're going to run into some issues here in that my screen is simply too big or just has a bad resolution. I'm actually going to do something that I don't do on yours. I'm going to go shrink these subs down in size to make a little bit more room here. From the main screen, from the home screen, I'm going to take icon control and I'm going to make these guys back to normal size and maybe kind of reshape the screen a little bit. You can leave yours big if you want. That would be kind of cool. Ooh, you have icons small. Maybe I should, whatever. So this looks more like this is a smaller PA system. And hopefully this will make a little bit more room over here. Maybe I'll even shrink these guys in a little bit. And it's getting all contorted and weird at this point. You can select across everything and move it, which is kind of cool. And with that all done, I'm going to exit icon control. And I want to put in the system processor. So let's go to modules. And let's go to our virtual frames. And scroll around, you can find what you're looking for. It's a 4-time Mesa EQ module. We'll bring it in, and as you see, it's barely going to fit in here. Let it go. And I'm going to try again to squeeze these guys over because I want them just a little bit more space over here. It's feeling kind of claustrophobic. So here's our Mesa processor. And I believe the first thing to do is to name our channels. So, let's name channel A. Let's name the processor first, right? So I probably call it something specific in the assignment. I don't need to select to do that. Let's go look at the assignment and see what it says for instructions. Name the frame FOH LM44. That makes sense. So we'll do that. Let's click on processor and let's go into label and lock and label frame system processor. System processor. System. What did I say? Geez, man, I'm wasting your time. I apologize. FOH LM44. So I was going the wrong way. So this would be the LM FOH LM44 because this unit is going to live at front of house. Cool. So we've named the frame. We've named the device. Now let's name the modules. So label module. This first one is going to, the first module, module A there. That'll be mains left. And this one's going to be label module, mains right. And of course the third one's going to be subs, label module. And the fourth one will be all of our fills together, both our ins and our outs. We only have 4 channels here, so we can't separate them fills. And I'm going to go back and try to spell that correctly. Cool. Okay. Now the other thing we want to do is we want to group all these things together. We're going to be applying a system EQ, and you don't want to apply EQ just to the mains, because if you do, the phase shift applied to any EQ you apply to just the mains will mess it, that will cause group delay that could potentially mess it up the alignment with the subs, right? So when you're applying system EQ, you want to apply input system EQ that ties it to all the channels together. So we're going to make a group. So let's go back to the home screen and we'll make another group. We'll drag it in here. And the assignment did say exactly what to name it. It call it front of house system EQ. So we'll do that. We will name that group. We'll label it front of house, FOH, fog, I like that, system EQ. Excellent. And of course, we need to toggle assign and put all of our elements in that. And now we will have a group for that whole thing. Group exit. There we go. So you've got your group, and EQ you apply to this will now go to the whole system. Let's go back to the instructions and see what's next on the list. It should appear something like this. It does, just a little bit more cramped. And save the system. So we'll take this opportunity to save and start a new video. Okay. I don't know if this crashed or did not crash. I will try. Lake just crashed on me. I assume we're still doing a screen capture. I'll end the video here and reload Lake. Excellent. Here we go.